Yo, what is up, guys? I hope you're having an amazing day today. In this video, we are going to be reviewing Lorenzo Musetti versus Carlos Alcaraz in the 2025 Monte Carlo finals. All right, so let's get straight into it. If you're not familiar with who I am, my name is Chase Arevalo. I played Division I tennis. I coached at IMG Academy, being mentored by Nick Bollettieri, and then I was a director at the Rick Macy Tennis Academy for about 2 years. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. By the way, like, comment, subscribe. Let's go. Let's get into it. Short ball inside out. Probably going open stance. Even though we can't see his feet, he's probably going open stance, forehand rip, cross court. He went down the line. So Alcaraz here in this situation needs to go backhand, cross court winner, put him on the run. How did I know he was going to do that? Forehand on the run, open stance, cross court. If anything, you miss it a little bit long. You don't even have to hit this with a lot of height or spin. Alcaraz at this level should rip it more flat, cross court, lower over the net, because his opponent is also thinking about coming into net here. So if he just hits a normal, good, deep, high cross-court ball, his opponent will be able to take that out of the air. So he's got to rip it aggressively. That's a crazy shot down the line. Obviously, that's even lower percentage, but he's just insane, so he can make that. Serve out wide, breaking the sideline within the service box here. Look at where his opponent's standing. So his opponent, objectively, is outside the doubles alley. That's one thing that you can look for when you're playing and practicing, is how can I serve? What serve do I need to hit to get my opponent to be in this location out wide here? And then train those serves to be consistent. So here Alcaraz has to make a decision. Should I go inside out cross court? Or should I go inside in and go down the line? This is an approach shot, because it's getting a really short ball where he's probably going to hit it and come into net. So the only reason he would go cross court here when he's coming in is if he knows for sure I'm going to go for a winner. Okay? If not, go down the line and come into net. And that's what he did. Again, out wide serve, serve and volley. It's a good play. Notice, neutral ball from Musetti, open stance. Neutral ball from Musetti, open stance. He stayed tight to the baseline. He hit a winner on that shot because he was staying tight to the baseline and took time away from his opponent, not because he executed some insane forehand down the line. It was basically a neutral ball. But because he stayed tight to the baseline, he outpositioned Carlos Alcaraz there.
Good point construction there.
Good ball by Alcaraz. Creates the short ball opportunity. Good. Yeah. There, when you're going for that down the line shot, unless you know you're going to literally hit a winner, it's like hit that ball and have the intention to come into net in case your opponent gets there.
Coming.
So one thing, if I was Alcaraz, be aware of when you drop shot, if your opponent is going to make contact with the ball kind of below the net, where they're going to have to pop it up, a lot of times a really good strategy is drop shot and then come into net as well. Okay, because if you are his opponent here, one way to counter a drop shot is to do a drop shot back. And then now you're going to be forced to run all the way up here, right? So if you're Alcaraz here, you got to be aware, I might get counter drop shotted. He didn't though. His opponent just went back deep, which Alcaraz is probably going to lob him here. Yeah.
I've missed it.
Then he missed that. But if you look at that here, He could have drop shotted him cross court. He could have also went drop shot cross court here. So just be aware of your options. Okay, not necessarily a bad option though. He got it back deep. He got Alcaraz kind of on his back foot there a little bit. Made him hit a tough lob. And then Alcaraz missed.
Has missed it.
Yeah.
What a fantastic start this has been.
Open stance there. Alcaraz should rip a cross-court forehand winner here based on the fact that his opponent changed direction and is not recovering one bit. Alcaraz needs to rip cross-court for a forehand winner here. Okay. He just didn't get there in time.
Get up there, Musetti.
Forwards.
Notice here, he got a great opportunity where every single option's on the menu. Alcaraz could rip it inside out for a winner. He could rip it inside in for basically a winner. But now that's when he's like, okay, let me use the drop shot. Let me add another option. So my opponent is thinking in different planes, right? Most players are only thinking two-dimensionally, right? They're thinking left, right. You got to make sure your opponents also have to stay guessing with the forward and back movement. Most players, when they practice, what do? They go left and right all day long, left and right at the baseline, left and right. How many reps are they getting moving forward? Probably not that many. It's actually not a bad idea from Alcaraz. If I were Alcaraz, I would hit that ball and have the intention of coming into net. So if you look at something objectively that maybe he could have done, potentially a little bit better, is like hit that ball and get your weight going forward like you're coming into net. Like let's look at his body there. Like let's take a look. Okay? So there, with that ball bouncing in that location, maybe try cutting the court a little bit. Right? But when you're hitting this, like hit it and start coming into net. Instead of hitting and staying there. Potentially, that's what he could have done differently. Okay? Very small detail. Okay? He's not necessarily doing anything wrong because he is still balanced there. And he could have easily hit a winner on that, right? But we're just talking very small details. Cross. Yep, got him on the run now. Alcaraz got to go cross court here. Yep. Good timing, taking that on the rise.
Oh!
Whoa.
Oh! That is gorgeous. What a...
Now, he's getting a relatively short ball here, right? He's taken extra space away. Very advantageous position here. He can go inside out. Let's assume he's trying to come into net here. He could go inside out or he could go down the line. You have to consider you might be giving Alcaraz a forehand on the run. But if you can execute that ball to that level, maybe rip inside in and come in. Let's see what he does. What he does. Okay, let's go back though. Let's take a look at that decision. Alcaraz gives him a high ball here. Okay. And he goes, okay. So if you're this guy, you have to make a decision. Either play it deep or play it with angle, but do one of them. What he did was kind of play a hybrid shot. Not really too much angle, not really too deep. Okay, and he's got to get a little bit more on that ball. He didn't really do enough with that volley. Yeah. He's got to do more with that. Okay. Oh, wow. Now here, you just got to be patient. You got to be patient now. You're in the rally, long point. You got to be patient here. Out-patient your opponent. Oh, that's crazy. That's a crazy shot by Alcaraz. What? That's just too good.
Unbelievable defensive skills from Alcaraz there. Musetti could have done more with that volley.
Yep, he could have done more with that volley. See, the commentators are already saying the same shit. Pops into an open stance. Notice that. Look at his footwork there. Look at his footwork there. Look at Musetti's footwork. He serves. Split, okay. Move to the ball. He's moving to it. Then pops out into the open stance. Solid. You see that? It was an approach shot. He ripped down the line approach shot. He popped into an open stance though. Change your mindset. Great decision to go line there. Textbook.
Good finishing. Alcaraz definitely struggling there on the return.
So Alcaraz is really far behind the baseline.
What an audacious way
I love that. I love that confidence.
to wrap up set one. Exquisitely played.
I think you should.
By the way, if you haven't already, like the video, comment on the video. If you haven't commented on the video, yeah, you, comment, drop a comment. All right, let's go. And subscribe.
Yeah, that's too good. Easy.
That's insane.
Was more aggressive there with on the returns.
This week.
Great target. Great decision to go line.
He's made it.
Let's look at his return footwork. Split step, takes a step with the left foot first. Left foot, pushes off the left, makes contact, then lands on the right. Gets his body weight further inside the court than he was when he pushed off the outside leg. You can copy the same thing into your game. Open stance here, look. Right foot touches, then he makes contact. Right foot touches, makes contact. Notice again, he decides to go line here. Just be aware of it. He could go cross, but notice he decides to go line because he probably can't hit a winner cross. Oh wow, this is the drop shot battle in this match. Crazy. Rip that cross.
He even did it down the first serve. Position was a lot closer to the.
Cross for a winner. Oh. Wow. Alcaraz anticipated well there. That was good.
No way.
Wow.
TurboTax Free Edition. 37% of filers qualify. Simple Form 1040.
It's a great ball. I mean, he played the right shot. Musetti played the right shot there. Alcaraz just played a better one. All the options on the menu. That's crazy. So think about how high level that is, right? He already showed in the match, I can hit winners inside out. I can hit winners inside in. I can hit winners with the drop shot cross. I can hit winners with the drop shot down the line. He's already shown him those things. So now he goes fake. I'm going to rip the ball. Then I'm going to drop shot. Then I'm actually going down the line, continental grip. So there's different levels, kind of like you're playing chess with your opponent there. And notice how he uses this shot at this particular timing in the match, right? He's not using that like the first point in the match. He's showing all the different options first. And then this is kind of an ace up his sleeve that he can use. But you can kind of copy the order of operations there. First do this. Then you've shown these options. Now you can kind of throw that in as well. It will be less effective though if you're doing it kind of on the first try. Make sure your opponents know that you can do the other options first. Yeah. So there it's like, why is he going down the line? He just wants to hit it to his backhand. Okay. I mean,
It's a stray forehand from the...
So look here, if you're Musetti, you have to remember this principle. If you're losing, you want to lose slowly. You want to lose slowly. So do whatever you can, extend the rallies, because you don't know what can happen out there. Your opponent might slip on a ball, your opponent might get injured, they might get distracted by the crowd. So your job now, if you're losing kind of quickly like this, you have to slow down, slow things down, take your time in between points. Do whatever you can to slow down momentum and follow the principle, lose slowly. He's got to keep running for that. Like, what is he doing there? Look there, he hits it. He's basically saying, I have to hit a winner or he's toast. Unless he's like hurt or something. I think he's good though. What is going on?
Yeah.
Is he injured?
The end is nigh here.
I'm curious what happened there. Like, is he injured? I don't know. Interesting ending there.
A first victory at the
But yeah, that's it for this one, guys. Alcaraz played a solid match there. But yeah, if you got any value out of this, like the video, comment, subscribe for more. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.